Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and my boy Twitter just finished top 32 at the Treasure Cup that happened this past weekend, hosted by Core TCG, and he ran the deck that I have claimed to kind of suck, and that's Katakuri. And so I definitely bet you did not expect this video coming from me, but yeah, let's dive in. All right, so we're here with my man Twitter, and bro, how did you end up doing this weekend?
Hey, what's up? So I got top 32 at the Core Treasure Cup yesterday, going 7-2 with Katakuri.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts because if you guys don't remember, I actually made a video called Katakuri Kinda Sucks, and here we are, my man Twitter, making sure that I eat my words a little bit and doing pretty well, obviously, with this deck. And so like my biggest question here, just before we start us off, is why did you end up choosing Katakuri versus all of the other really good yellow leaders?
Because I saw your video and I thought there's no way I'm going to let him say that. So. But in reality, I just thought Katakuri has more utility. Big Mom's good, but with the ban list effects on Whitebeard, I felt like it kind of lost its effectiveness. And I didn't feel comfortable enough with Yamato, even though there was a Yamato that did really well, so congrats to him.
Okay, cool. All right, so if you want to start us off here.
Yeah, just starting with the deck list, obviously Katakuri leader, 4 of the 1-cost pudding, pretty staple. 4 Strucin. He is a 2k counter first and foremost, and then he's really just used to clear choppers or any 1-cost blockers against like Law, Whitebeard, all the red decks that have started really including chopper in their list.
Now, quick question before you go to the next card. So with Strucin, do you feel like against like Law or like Zoros, anything that has like low cost blockers or maybe like some low cost characters that you want to play, do you feel like you have to play them early on? Like, do you play Strucin early to get rid of it early, or do you play it normally late when you're trying to go for game?
Oh, it's always just for game. Early on, I feel like it's never worth using 2 cards for 1.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then we got the pudding, the 2k pudding. Just a regular 2k counter. She's searchable, which is why I always use her over the new Yamato. Sanji, also a 2k counter, but I really like playing Sanji against Zoro, going second, because they either have to waste their turn going this Dawn, their 3 Dawn, or I get to swing out a body or their life while recovering 1 for myself. So in that matchup, it's really about advantage. Then we've got 3 Peros, pretty standard, searches the whole deck, probably the best card to have on your 3 Dawn turn. Brule, I know a lot of people have been cutting her, and I actually wasn't playing her until for the night before the event. I decided to put her back in. And Brule, she's good against yellow decks, she's good in the mirror. Against Whitebeard, you wouldn't think she's that good, but because what you really lose to is their ace turn. So dropping her the turn before you expect an ace makes it awkward for them, so that they either have to do something else or their ace is just going to get blocked. And just 1k counter, blocker, free trigger, so I feel like she's a 4 of.
Dude, I've been saying that card's been good for so long, bro. I think this card is so good.
You have, and I apologize, I should have listened earlier. And then next we have Opera. The 6k 4-cost vanilla. You really want it against Whitebeard. On curve, you just really want to be playing stuff, and I feel like he's better than all the other 4-costs. So yeah, just the stat line is really what you want, and you can't really ask for a better one than Opera. You could play the other one, but no real difference. 3 Shirahoshi. She was alright during the tournament. She's probably getting cut. She's insane out of life, but in your hand, you just never really want to play her.
Yeah.
New cards, 4 of the new Yamato. A really good card. The stats are obviously really good. 5 costs for 7k. I think it really improved the red matchups just across the board. Zoro, Whitebeard, Luffy, whatever. Just they have to do so much to get rid of the body, so hitting it on the odd curve fall in like a Peros or something. It really is just a tempo shift.
The only bad thing is that she's just like complete unsearchable, right?
Yeah, she's not a white Big Mom pirate, so you can't search her. And she's not so good against black because she plays into Sakazuki. But against everything else, it's just a really solid card overall.
Yeah.
Next, we have 4 of the 8-cost Katakuri. And that seems like a lot, but I feel like he's just really in there for the Whitebeard matchup. And then anything that's like tier 1.5, like Kid and Lucci. And it actually really helped me against all the black matchups I had throughout the day.
Yeah, that's interesting because I do see a lot of people cutting down to like 2. So yeah, glad I regret though.
It's a tempo shift, you know. It's like it gets rid of a big body and establishes one for yourself. So I just feel like you could probably do 2 or 3, but I like the 4 just so I know that I'm gonna see it.
Yeah.
Then we have obviously the 10-drop Big Mom. You know, back-to-back Big Moms is devastating. Stats are insane. Just really not a card that there's anything wrong with. Probably should be limited or something. Events playing 3 of the new Narikabura Arrow. Card's really good. Helps a lot in the matchups that were kind of bad before, like Law. It helps against like the restand plays. Having 1 down open, you know, they have to go up to 8 to guarantee that you'll get hit. And just late game, it's a really good card to help. And it's for the whole turn, so that it helped. It's devastating against like decks like Lucci and Kid.
Did you ever use the trigger?
Maybe once or twice throughout the day. It's the same as the other event that you just recover 1.
Yeah.
So if I ever see it with the Katakuri effect, I just put it to the bottom and just kind of think of it as me having an extra life.
Yeah.
And 3 of Ikaku. 5,000 is really, really hard to swing over. And just being able to block it, leaving 2 open, it's really strong. So sometimes I wouldn't even have it, but my opponent would try to play around it. And it's more for the late game against Whitebeard, because once you establish your big bodies, you probably aren't going to win on your initial swing turn. So on the crackback, you want enough defense so that you can try again, and they probably won't have enough blockers at that point. And then last card, 1 Thunderbolt. This card was awful throughout the whole day. I'm probably going to cut it.
Yeah, it's really weird. I see like a lot of polarizing numbers with this card. I feel like everyone either is running like a 4 of, or like a 2 of, or like just not at all. Why do you not like it, or why did it not like help you at all?
Obviously in life, it's insane. And I feel like decks like Big Mom and Yamato benefit more from it than Katakuri. Because ideally I don't want to be low in life. And paying a life is really expensive for a deck like Katakuri.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the red matchups vary so much. Like against Whitebeard, you want to counter out early. So this card in your hand defeats the purpose of, you know, defending your life because you're paying a life.
Yeah.
And against Zoro, you know, you're taking hits early, and this would help them accelerate their game plan. So I don't know. Maybe that's not right, but I don't like the card.
No, I do feel like in Katakuri, like in order for you to play that card, you must be already like winning. Like
yeah.
Like unless
they have a big setup where they have like a Marco, and that's their only blocker, and then yeah. So it's much stronger in Yamato, obviously, because you want to be low in life, and Big Mom because you can stack them.
Yeah, do you feel like, before we get into like your matches real quick, do you feel like the starter deck Yamato like really helped this deck out? Like obviously you're running a 4 of the Yamato, and you're running obviously a 3 of Arrow, which is that's a good amount of cards. It's like 7 new cards in your deck. So yeah, do you feel like it really helped?
Yeah, I feel like the structured deck cards really helped. So, you know, Arrow's pretty self-explanatory. It's just defense, just a really strong defense card that helps against aggression, which is what this deck was losing to before the structured deck.
Yeah.
And Yamato, it helps smoothen out any curve going first or second. Going second, you can swing 7 and you establish a 7. Going first, you know, she fits the curve perfect. Going Peros, Yamato, It's just a really strong play. You can't really defend against that type of pressure in the mid game. And that's why when you follow up that with like a Katakuri or something, it's pretty easy to establish a presence on the board.
Cool. All right. So I know it was 9 rounds, right?
Yeah, 9 rounds.
9 rounds. So if you could remember a bit of it, love to go through some of your matchups.
Yeah, so I ended up going 7-2. I played against 7 red decks and 2 black decks, so no real variety there.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, that's insane. Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, it was Ray Zoro. I beat all the Zoros. And then 2 Whitebeards. I lost to one, and I won against the other. The one I lost to actually ended up getting 4th place.
Oh, nice.
I played against 2 red Luffys. I beat one, and the one I lost to was actually a game loss. So my camera decided to die mid-round.
Oh my god.
I ended up getting a game loss against the red Luffy. That was like round 7, round 6 or 7, I forget. But it was pretty deep into the tournament. We were X1, so it was pretty unfortunate.
Dang.
Yeah, my opponent was cool about it. We tried to fix it, but at a certain point, it's just I'm taking too long. It's not fair to him. So
that and it's also because it's like kind of because it's yellow. Like I feel like because you're able to like, you could put like a Thunderbolt and like some other trigger. And if your camera was dead, like there's just no way to go back from that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and I totally understood. It was a legitimate game loss. It just sucks that it happened.
Yeah, that would not have happened if it was in person.
Yeah.
Got it.
And my last 2 decks were against the Black Luffy. That was actually round 1 on stream. And then a Lucci, which was round 4. Dang. And that was also on stream.
So you're telling me out of 9 rounds you didn't play a single law?
No law. Luckily,
Sheesh.
I saw 2 Whitebeard. So I was happy to scrape by against one, but yeah, luckily no law.
I mean, regardless, beating that Zoro, which I think seems like pretty 50-50 of a matchup, seems pretty good, man. You did a phenomenal job, and even after that game loss with the camera, you would have been almost, I think, X1. So pretty nuts.
And I had to play 3 more rounds after that. So.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, man, putting Katakuri on the map, because I do feel like there hasn't been too many tops with this deck, so I am glad we have another. And so yeah, do you have any like shout outs you want to give to anybody or anyone that's helped you out?
Yeah, so a couple people. First, shout out to Team Dog. We've been testing a lot, preparing for Pasadena here in a few weeks, and they've really helped me kind of iron out the details of this deck. Shout out to the homies over at the Grand Line, especially Jackson. Check out his Patreon. He's really helped me out a lot, especially the last couple weeks. He's really just been giving me tips here and there of how to just generally play better. Yeah. And yeah, shout out to my locals, DXN, where you go as well.
Yep. All right, man. Yeah, thanks so much, bro. I really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you everybody that's watching. Because I have a ton of new OPO3 content coming out soon. See ya!